How close do I want to be?
Very, very slight to the passenger. Okay, right there.
Okay.
And when you get your front wheels up, keep rolling and turn just a hair to the right.
To the passenger?
Passenger.
Okay.
Okay?
Once my tires are up, once my front is up, keep rolling and a slight turn passenger.
Just ever so slow.
Okay.
Okay? Okay, roll for it now. Go for it. Keep going. You got it. Perfect.
All right. Ugh. Oh, well, good evening. It is the end of the day when I'm starting this video today. I'm going to start off with footage from our ride today. Today we did Milt's Mile Light. Milt is a bit of a wheeling legend in the community here, and Milt's Mile is a legendary trail. It is rated 7, so Jonathan is not allowed on it. And that's probably best, as Dale probably wouldn't be cool with it either. But we did Milt's Mile Light, which is rated 4. I was told yesterday that the ride we went on was Razzle Dazzle was easily a 5 or a 6 by people who were on the ride with me, saying that this was definitely challenging and far harder than a 4. I was told today, Milt's Mile Light, which is a 4. Before we went out, I was told that the ride was relatively easy, not very technical, and more scenic, but had some interesting parts. So what I'm about to show you is actually just one obstacle that we went on today. It was the most challenging, at least emotionally, the most challenging obstacle that we went on. A few things about this. So I am showing you just one obstacle. I'm showing you in real time, but I have cut sections out because the actual time we spent there was easily a half hour to 45 minutes. So I cut out sections where people were stuck or where issues came up. But I didn't fast forward any of the footage. And I've also not added a soundtrack. This is going to be actual sound that you hear of wheeling in real time. So it gives you a slightly different sense of what it's all about. You can't hear the spotters. I had a hard time hearing the spotters, and some of the spotters weren't spotting. So that's that. But you also will hear the vehicle in front of me, which was a Dodge Ram pickup truck. Can't believe he did some of the things he did today. The pickup truck really struggled. And what you will hear, particularly toward the end of the video, you will hear both the tires squealing on the pickup truck and its turbo diesel engine whining and screaming away, to the point that I actually had to stop for 5 minutes because my spotter could not focus on me when the pickup truck was struggling in one particular section. So that all happened. It was a great obstacle. It was an incredible challenge, emotionally as well as skill-wise. And I think the last thing I'll say is that this portion of the video does come with a spousal advisory. So if you happen to be the spouse of the person driving the Jeep, you may choose to skip the next 8 minutes and 7 seconds. That's how long the video footage is. I was safe. I was well. I was in good hands. I was also very uncomfortable. But here I am, 6 to 8 hours later. All is good. Jonathan is good. I am good. And I get to go wheeling again tomorrow, which I believe will be an easier ride. Saying all that, I hope you enjoy this video, or skip ahead 8 minutes and 7 seconds, and we'll get on with the music for the day. So this is where we came from, where we are right now, and this is where we are headed, up there. Stop. I do not like that. gonna lie, this has me a little nervous, but the pickup just made it up there, so Jonathan ought to be just fine. Back up. Straight. Up. Keep going. And on blockers. All right.
Beautiful.
All right.
Way to go.
Should I back up? Yep.
Good job.
All right. Woo.
Gotta give it gas.
Yep. Well, that was hairy. So after that, let's talk about music. The song for the day. I'm going to dedicate the song for the day to my brother, Aaron. I could choose a number of different songs, certainly a number of different bands for today. Probably in some ways would make sense if I chose something from Kiss. Aaron took me to my first Kiss concert when I was 14. I think we saw 2 Kiss concerts that tour. I think they started and ended in New York City on their world tour that year, and we were there for one of the opening shows and the closing show at the Meadowlands in New Jersey, so aka New York. But I'm going an entirely different route. And this is a song that I actually listened to on the way out and almost chose it as a song for the day, but it screamed my brother to me then and always has. And so I am going to go with Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Carnival 9, First Impressions Part 2. And so the reason I do that is this song has always reminded me of my brother. And I know when I was in college and I put together a travel tape, yes, we had cassette tapes, I put together a mixtape for myself that I would use and listen to when I would travel from Connecticut to Syracuse, New York to visit Elizabeth, which was a 6-hour trip. And I would listen to this mixtape that I had made, and many of the songs came not only from my record collection, but from my brother's record collection that he had left at home. And Emerson, Lake and Palmer was one of them, and Carnival 9 I added to that tape. And so thank you, Aaron, for helping me drive safely, or at least semi-safely, between Connecticut and Syracuse, New York, many times for 4 years. One of the great songs on that mixtape. And so thank you for being my brother, for introducing me to Emerson, Lake and Palmer, and for leaving that album behind when you went off to college. Let's move on to our centering or spiritual thought for the day. Our spiritual thought for the day revolves around one word, and that word is patience. Today really called for me to have some patience. Wheeling often uses it is a time or an experience that is filled sometimes with some pretty intense moments, divided up by a lot of waiting around. You're waiting for people before you to get through a difficult spot. You're waiting for people after you to get through a difficult spot. You're waiting for the leaders to figure out what they're doing and communicate it to you. So there's often 50% of our time can often be just sitting around and waiting, which gives us a great opportunity to talk and share and get to know people. But there's a lot of waiting. And today there was an exceptional amount of waiting. I showed up at the park or at the fairgrounds for the staging area at 7:30. By 11 o'clock, we still were not on our trail yet. We were at the park, we were in the sand, but we were behind other groups that were stuck and having issues. And that continued throughout the day. We really did a lot of sitting around and doing nothing today, which really I did enjoy, getting to talk to people and meet people from around the country who are here, especially the locals, because it's predominantly Utah folk. But it was also frustrating at times. And this is something that God always seems to provide me opportunities to work on my patience. Yep, been there from my early adulthood. I like to joke that I'm a very patient person. I rarely am a patient person, as my family can probably attest to. But so much in life calls for us to be patient. And especially when we want to see change, or the world evolve, or people to be different, it can be very frustrating to see what seems like nothing happening. But oftentimes I try to remind myself that God is just calling me to be patient. A song that Elizabeth and I heard from a friend of ours back when we were in the northwest corner of Connecticut 25 years ago. The song was entitled "God's Time is Perfect." I could potentially challenge some of the theology of the song, but the point is this, that things happen in God's time. They don't happen in our time. And outside the song, I'll say we can choose to be upset about them, we can choose to get frustrated with them, or we can just acknowledge that things don't move the way we always want them to, at the speed we always want them to. We might be challenged to enact change and to continue to make change, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen on our schedule or in our time. So when you find yourself frustrated, take a deep breath. Know that God is with you. Know that some things are out of your control. and that's okay. And you are okay. And perhaps in this moment, there's something that you can learn while you're waiting for people or the world to be the way you want them to be. I think that wraps us up for today. Another great day, a good day, a challenging, as I shared in some ways, both wheeling and dealing with patients, but a beautiful day, a gift to be here, a gift to have the thoughts and the experiences that I've had. And I pray that this day was a gift for you as well. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow.